Okay, how do I, let me get my lighting together. So I'm going to start doing videos like this because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've really been slacking on uploading. I mean, but what's new? That's been a thing for a little minute. So I won't neglect my channel as much. We're going to start going live and talking about some things, okay? But first of all, with the theme music. 5, 6, 7, 8. La da da. La da da. Da da. Deep deep. La da. Stop. Copyrighted me. Nailyah Serenity, that's me. If you pop in here, please say hello. We're going to be talking about Saturn. Because I don't know if y'all know, but Saturn does happen to be in retrograde at the moment. And I'm currently getting ready to go out. Hi, Irene. So I'm just going to hop right into it. Saturn's in your 8th house. Oof. Okay. Hi, Eva. So I'm going to hop right into it. Let's talk about Saturn. Why? Because Saturn isn't talked about enough. Saturn is one of those planets that nobody really likes, and it always gets a bad rep. You get what I'm saying? Hey, girl, hey. Saturn always gets a bad rep. Why? Because Saturn is about restriction. Everything else that is in your birth chart is given to you. Your sun is who you are. Your moon is also a form of who you are, but how you react emotionally to things, how you were nurtured. Everything in your chart, sun, moon, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, hell, even Pluto, Uranus, they're given to you. These are things that were put into your life that's like, yes, here, this is your superpower. When we get more to the outer planets like Pluto, Uranus, these are things that you kind of can't really control, but still things that you could use to your benefit, right? Now, Saturn, on the other hand, Capricorn's planet, the father of the zodiac. Saturn still gives you blessings just like how anything else in your chart gives you blessings. But Saturn doesn't just give you things. Saturn is what creates work ethic. Saturn is like, no, this is what you're going to have to work for. I'm going to put obstacles in your way so that you can have longevity. Without Saturn, there will be no such thing as longevity. You know what I'm saying? You got Pluto conjunct your Saturn in the 4th house. Damn. That home life's something serious, huh? I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Because it's actually not funny. Oh, here it is. So yeah. So Saturn puts obstacles in your life intentionally, puts hurdles in your life so that you can learn to appreciate blessings. You get what I'm saying? Without Saturn, we would not know how to appreciate the blessings that we have. We wouldn't know how to savor moments. We wouldn't be grateful for anything without Saturn. You get what I'm saying? So even though everybody is like, about Saturn, it's because Saturn's not here to make you like what's happening. Saturn's here to open your eyes, to get rid of the veil of illusion. Saturn's here to show you scarcity so that you can appreciate abundance. You get what I'm saying? Now, Jupiter, on the other hand, in a chart, whenever I do birth chart readings, I always talk about Jupiter versus Saturn and the blessings that they hold. Jupiter is the planet that gives you blessings that you don't even know you have. Jupiter is like, here, like this is in your chart what I'm going to give you an abundance of. Okay? Boom, Aquarius, I'm going to give you an abundance of knowledge. If it's in an air sign, I'm going to say, I'm not even going to limit it to Aquarius. I'm going to give you an abundance of knowledge, right? If it's in Aries, I'm going to give you so much confidence and so much aggression that everyone loves. This is something that everyone likes about you, Jupiter. Saturn puts obstacles in your way. Saturn, hence why Capricorn is related to the devil. If you know anything about tarot cards, you know that the devil card is Capricorn's card. Why? Because Saturn represents Earth, okay? At the end of the day, we are earthly beings. We are on this planet, okay? We are flesh. Saturn and Capricorn represent everything that is fleshy, everything that shouldn't matter and that doesn't matter in any other plane but this one: money, sex, power. None of that matters anywhere else, but it matters here on Earth. We don't want it to matter. It's annoying what we have to do to get it, but we got to get it. We got to succumb to some earthly shit to get the blessings that we want. Everybody want to be rich. Everybody want money. Everybody wants a form of power. Nobody wants to be told what to do. Everybody wants that. I don't care how much you say you hate it, how much you wish it didn't exist. At the end of the day, living here, you want it. So what Saturn does as the devil, like we said, we need both those energies. You could think of Jupiter as like the godly planet and Saturn as the devil, Satan. That's why Saturn and Capricorn is the earth god. They understand how to work this three-dimensional world. They understand the basic principles, the root of how to work this world. So, Saturn being Satan, what does Satan do? Temptation, right? So Saturn, whatever house and sign your Saturn's in, is the lesson you should be following, right? But they're going to put things in your life that will obviously tempt you, that you are going to want to fall into, whether that be sex, whether that be insecurities, whether that be feeling like you're not enough, whether that be not taking responsibility for your actions, whether that be not speaking your word, whether that be speaking too much. Saturn's going to tempt you on a day-to-day basis. Whether that lesson be little or big, it's going to tempt you on a day-to-day basis. And it's going to be like, so what you going to do? Hey, Terrell. So what you going to do? You going to take the bait? You know you want this piece of candy. You know you want this piece of candy. I know you see it. Candy look real good. I mean, you got cavities and stuff, but you know you want this candy. It looks so good. It's your favorite candy too. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to buy it. I'm giving you the candy for free. I'm giving you the candy for free. Come on, you know you want it. Don't this candy look good? Ooh, it smell good too. Everybody else eating the candy? Get the candy. I know your dentist told you that you're not supposed to have the candy. I know your dentist told you that your teeth is rotten, but you know, fuck the dentist. The candy right here. Get the damn candy. You take the candy. Guess what? Your blessings are locked. Saturn's like, oh, you fucking idiot. Dummy. Why would you take the candy? You dummy. Idiot. Idiot. Oh, you got Saturn in Gemini. Yeah, a problem gossiping. Saturn tells you to shut your mouth. But the thing about it is, say for example, like she said, she has her Saturn in Gemini, and depending on what house that's in, it'll change things around as well. But if you have Saturn in Gemini, she says she has a problem with gossiping. Yeah. But the thing about it is, because you have a problem with gossiping, it's also a character issue. Saturn ain't just here to cause havoc and to treat you like crap because for the heck of it. No, it's always a principle. It's always a principle. So Saturn's going to intentionally put you in situations where you're going to be around gossip. And it's going to be good. It's going to be juicy. But that form of gossip, if you can't show Saturn that you are mature enough not to fall into your kryptonite, not to fall into your weakness, you'll never get the blessings that Saturn's holding from you. You can find out the blessings that Saturn is holding from you through your house. So if you got Saturn in Gemini in the 11th house, you'll never receive true friendship. You will always be bad-mouthed by any group or organization that you're in if you don't control the mouth. If you don't control this weakness of gossip that you have with your Saturn being in Gemini in the 11th house. We're just making that up, saying that's somebody's placement. Now, on the other hand, Saturn got your back too. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Saturn got your back. Hold on, wait, I need to get my makeup back. I'll be right back. Saturn got your back. Because Saturn is what? Can somebody tell me, please, what Saturn represents in your chart or what Saturn is? It starts with a K. Can somebody in the comments please tell me what Saturn is in your chart? It starts with a K. I wait for somebody to say it. I know y'all know. And it's a few people in here. If you ain't say hey already, say hey. Yes, awaken Pisces. Karma. Yes, Eva. I can't pronounce that right now. But karma. Yes, Terrell. Karma, 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 karma. Saturn is karma. It's your karma because guess what? You know, you can relate it to past lives and be like, in past lives, you may have misused this power. So in this life, this is something you have to work for, sure. But also, it's the karma within your own chart because you could be so headstrong. The sun is giving you this brilliance. The moon is giving you this emotional capacity. You know, hey, Pam. The moon is giving you this emotional capacity. All these planets are giving, 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 giving. So you have so much strength and so many things you can use without even having to work for it. Saturn's here to keep you humble, to keep you grounded and being like, hey, yo, this is what you need to work on, though. This is here in your life to build character. Because you can have all these things. Your Venus sign can make you beautiful. It can be conjunct your rising or trine your rising. And your sun could make you brilliant and make people want to be around you. But can you sustain is the question. Can you sustain? Will it last? So let me make this hard for you so that you can appreciate what you have. It's connected to everything. But like I said, it's a sign of karma. So it's not just your karma, but it's other people's karma towards you. Because Saturn, the placement that I need to do my makeup because see me, I get carried away talking and then I ain't gonna be done with my face by the time I'm done with this. I'm looking for the thing to do my brows. I can't find it and I'm kind of getting irritated. So hold on, y'all. I'm getting to it. If I come back here and I forget what I was talking about, we were talking about other people's karma, okay? Remember that. Other people's karma. Ooh. Oh, I found it. Yay. God is good. Okay. So, other people's karma. Because Saturn is something that you have to consistently work on. Saturn, because it's something you have to consistently work on, it could be a source of insecurity for you. So if your Saturn's in the 4th house, you can be very emotionally insecure. You have great bone structure. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, girl. Oh, bone structure. Bones is a Saturn thing. So that was okay. Anywho, sorry. But Saturn, because Saturn is the place that's your kryptonite. So Saturn can be a very big source of insecurity for you because it's something you know you have to work on. It's not something that comes to you easily. So you can be insecure about it because you want to make sure you're doing good at this, or this is a thing that gives you anxiety because, you know, you failed in the past. You fell on your face a few times in the past. Saturn gonna make sure you bust your behind. Saturn's gonna it builds character. It's the father. It's a disciplinarian of the zodiac. You get what of the planets. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna tap into how Saturn in retrograde is gonna affect you in a few as well. But because it's a source of insecurity and it's something you have to consistently work on, when you actually are working on it and not denying it, anybody who comes for you in that area of life, meaning the form, like the house, for example. I'm going to give you Saturn in the 5th house, for example. What's 5th house? 5th house is Leo's house of fun, recreational fun. But Leo is about pride, taking pride in yourself, taking pride in your creations. Your creations are also your children. That's what 5th house is. So if you have Saturn in the 5th house, anybody that comes for you and tries to make you feel like you are ugly, for example, they'll turn around and experience some real hard insecurity. And Saturn's very physical, so it's not like in your mind you'll just feel like you're ugly. Like, nah, like your face gonna break out in hives. Like you're trying to belittle a person's beauty whose Saturn is in the 5th house. This is something they have to work on. They have to work on their confidence. They have to work on appreciating their divinity and work on appreciating what they create. Simple as this. To me, right here, right now, what I'm putting on my face is makeup. This is 5th house energy. I'm creating a face. Makeup is art. Even if you don't view it as an art form, it is. I'm having to step. If I had Saturn in the 5th house, I'm having to step out of myself and be like, okay, Nailyah, no, we're working really hard on this. We're doing a good job. It's okay. You look good. Don't be insecure. You look good. Don't be insecure. You look good. With your kids, you try so hard to raise your kids. Matter of fact, people with Saturn in the 5th house may have a hard time having kids. So if somebody comes into your life and tries to belittle you for maybe not being a mother, or if you are a mother or a father, belittle you for not being a good mother or father, their kid's gonna have problems. That's how Saturn works. Because Saturn is like, oh, no, baby. Don't mess with this one. Because meanwhile, while you don't have either, while your fifth house is empty, or you got some fifth house planets, this person got a Saturn in the fifth house, and they've been working hard as hell to make sure this aspect of their life is going right. And you got the nerve to come up in here and try to belittle someone. That's bad on your character. Because if you are messing or talking crap, or I don't know, just doing anything negative towards, what about dating karma with fifth house Saturn? Same thing. If people, a lot of times with Saturn in fifth house, people will try to belittle you and try to make you think that you are not who you are. You are not amazing like who you are. That's simple. And they're gonna experience it. They gonna trust me. If you're dating someone that's a Saturn in the fifth house and you try to make them feel like they aren't amazing, oh baby, you'll experience relationship after fling, because fifth house is fun. Fling after fling after fling that's supposed to make you feel good and alive. Yeah, you're gonna be feeling very insecure after every single one because you fucked with a Saturn fifth house person trying to make them feel like they wasn't shit. And that's wrong. But like I said, Saturn sees when you work hard. And the thing is, you unconsciously see a person's fifth house. You can see people's insecurities. You know those certain insecurities that you don't actually need to like tap on with people. Like say if you were like even in middle school, if you're in like an arguing match and it's just that one thing that you're not going to say because you just know if you say this person might want to go home and just like slit their wrists. You get what I'm saying? Like it's certain things you just don't say because you're not an evil person. You can see that this person really has problems with that. Even if, I'm going to keep using Saturn in the fifth house as an example, even if looking at them, it seems like they should have no problem with it. Like, what do you mean? Like, they're pretty, they're this, but that's obviously something they have to work on. Constantly work on. Put in work every single day to make sure that aspect of their life is right. And you got the nerve to try to make that harder for them? Oh, Saturn's coming for your ass. Because now it's about law. You got to remember, Saturn is exalted in Libra. Balance, justice. We don't do that. Saturn don't play injustice. Saturn don't play just being wrong and evil for no reason. Always has to be a reason. Always a principle with Saturn. Always a principle with Saturn. Now, Saturn's in retrograde right now. So what does that mean? Y'all know, what is retrograde? What does a retrograde mean to y'all? Can y'all tell me? When you hear retrograde, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Retrograde. Internal, revisiting. Good words, good words. I like the word revisiting. When I think of retrograde, I think of words. Reestablish, revisit, reconsider, moving back, right? So when Saturn's in retrograde, Saturn, the planet of this earthly world, like we were saying earlier, when Saturn's in retrograde, you can think of it as this. Y'all know how people like to say, like, oh, when the planet's in retrograde, it's kind of like they're off on vacation. Retrograde is when planet moves backwards. We have to focus on revisiting the previous period. So you know how some people like to say, oh, when a planet's retrograde, it's like it's on vacation or on like in hibernation or whatever. You can think of Saturn being the father of the zodiac that it is. And it's like, all right, now imagine you have a really strict father or really strict parents, right? You have really strict rules around the house. You're not really allowed to do certain things. And you know what? Saturn's like, the dad's like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go on vacation. I have a vacation at work. And I'm going to trust you with taking care of my house. Now, the reality of it is, dad is expecting you to mess up. But this is a test. Everything's a test with Saturn. Everything's a test. You think you're off the hook, you're not. Dad's like, you know what? So yeah, so here's the keys to my car. Here's the keys to the house. You know, just don't have my house looking crazy when I come back. And just like, okay, Dad. And you're just like, oh shit, I got the keys to the car. I got the keys to the house. I got this whole bitch to myself. Oh shit. Should I throw a fucking party? Huh? Yes, Dad. Yeah. Uh-huh. No, of course. House is gonna look spick and span. You can trust me, Dad. Right? So the father leaves. Now you got the whole house to yourself. You ain't never did this before. You surprised that you even got this whole house to yourself. So basically what I'm saying is Saturn retrograde is removing those obstacles that have always been in your way. They're making them appear like they're not even there. But it's a test. What you gonna do with it? What are you going to do now that these obstacles aren't in your way? You always complain about how I'm always in your space, how you know to clean the dishes, you know to take out the trash, you know to do your chores. You know, you always hate how I always give you lessons and sermons on what you need to do. So do it yourself. That's what Saturn's doing. Saturn is forcing you to be your own disciplinarian. It's going to be like that till about October. Now, what you can do to utilize this energy, you have to be your own disciplinarian. You have to utilize it. These obstacles aren't here. No boundaries, Pisces nature, struggle with Saturn energy. Get it together. While Saturn is removing these obstacles or making these obstacles seem like they're not there, you need to utilize that energy as much as possible and do the right thing. Saturn's trying to see, do you have good character? What have I taught you? The dad left the house to you. What have I taught you? Saturn's like, okay, are you going to take care of my house? Now, if I come back after my vacation and I see you done through parties, my car is crashed, like you ain't took out the trash is overloaded in the background, it's dirty dishes in the sink, you haven't learned your lesson, and now you just proved my point. And now I'm going to have a grip on you. Now that grip that I had on you is going to be even tighter. Saturn is giving you room to make the bed that you want to lay in. You just got to recognize it. Because, baby, if you come back and Saturn see that you wasn't acting in good character, oh, honey, you failed the test. And those obstacles that you was so aggravated with before is going to become 3 times harder because of this Saturn retrograde. Hey, girl, hey, if y'all are new, please, please, please say who you are in the comments. Say, hey, I'd like to talk. But if we taking care of the house ain't as, but if taking care of the house ain't as important, why Saturn get to call the shots? No, taking care of the house is super important. It's super important. Saturn always call the shots. That's the gag of it all. Right now, Saturn's letting you feel like you're calling the shots. Because they're trying to see, what did I teach you? After lesson, after lesson, after lesson, after scolding, after you falling and busting your face 15 times, what did I teach you? Saturn is like, what did I teach you in this retrograde? Show me the lessons. Damn it, Saturn, exactly. Show me the lessons that I've instilled in you. Show me the character that I've instilled in you. Tell me if I passed or failed as a disciplinarian. Tell me, can I trust you with this blessing? Because I didn't trust you. You know, Saturn, Capricorn, they don't trust at all. So I didn't trust you. I'm expecting you to fail. That's the gag of the situation. I'm expecting you to fail. I'm expecting to have a big ass I told you so when I get back right. You know, when I come out of this retrograde. I'm expecting I told you so. I'm expecting you needed me more than you thought, huh? So the key with Saturn retrograde and with Saturn in general, though, is to have good character. Evidently, whatever Saturn has put in your life as an obstacle is something that you need to develop character-wise. Not just because of a past life, but because of this life. Apparently, whatever Saturn has put in your life, whatever sign and house that is in, you need to really focus on that, because that is the key to your material success. Because, you know, in this world, we can say happiness is success, we can say joy is success, but at the end of the day, to be joyous and happy, we know we want some money. We know we want good people around us. We know we want a house, somewhere to lay our head. We need security to be happy. And Saturn's like, this is what you need to get this security. Now, you know Saturn in general, so we offer the retrograde now. My Saturn's in my 5th house, but in Aquarius, what does that mean? Because it's the opposite house. Well, 5th house in Aquarius in general is actually a really good sign. I would mainly focus on the house more. Aquarius is fine. With Aquarius, it just really means that you're going to be tested a lot on your knowledge. On the, because it's in the fifth house, on your creativity. You're going to be kind of insecure about how different or outside of the box you express yourself. You're going to be insecure about your thought process. But the reality is, your thought process is supposed to be outward. Your thought process is supposed to be something that is shared. But you walk a fine line. I'm actually happy I'm talking about this because Saturn, you walk a fine line of being arrogant with Saturn in the fifth house, with replay. Like, instead of passing the lesson, it's like you fake the funk, and it's in the fifth house. So you're being arrogant about your thought process, which will come with some negative karma. Saturn's like, I know you working on it, but that's not what we meant. Pipe down. Saturn will pipe you down. Then you're also bordering the line of being insecure, so that you don't say anything at all. You get what I'm saying? Saturn is not easy. It's very tricky. It takes mastery. But once you do, the older you get, once you master Saturn's energy, because that's what's going to happen. Eventually, after you hit a certain age, you're going to start to master these lessons that Saturn is always put in your life, because Saturn's very consistent. It's going to put the same kind of lessons in your life. The thing is, they just grow with you. So that same lesson that you've been encountering, you're like, oh yeah, I know how to deal with this. And it's nothing, because you've been working. You get used to working. My Saturn's in the 7th house of Sagittarius, conjunct Uranus, also in the 7th house, Moon, Neptune. Okay, I'm going to focus on your Saturn. So your Saturn's in the 7th house. Saturn's 7th house is actually a really nice placement. It's a nice placement for business and things like that. Also, I forgot to mention, if you do want to know how this retrograde is affecting your Saturn personally, I do have Saturn retrograde readings. The link is in my bio. That's when I will be doing that. But for now, we're just going to talk about your Saturn. So with your Saturn in the 7th house, you have a lot of insecurity when it comes to relationships, partnerships of any sort. You're going to always be put in situations where you could be codependent, where it'll be your comfort zone to be codependent. Now, the gag is, because Saturn in the 7th house is actually a really nice placement, you're also going to be put in nice business deals, and things will be gifted to you. The only thing is, you have to be able to take what you need. You have to always be fair. So Saturn, I won't say it's an easy lesson, because it sounds easy to me because my Saturn isn't in the 5th house. But Saturn is basically giving you the opportunity to use this codependent nature that you have to form great business deals, to form great partnerships. You'll want to be in a lot of situations where you have a consistent partner. Like, flings and stuff may not be your ideal. So Saturn's basically building you up to give you the discernment to understand when someone is worth your time. Because you can easily hold on to things. Saturn is restrictive. So you can hold on to partnerships, whether that be a friend partnership. It's always one-to-one relationships. It could be romantic or platonic or business-wise, right? You're going to want to hold on to things. You're going to want to hold on to things longer than you need to, because you want longevity, right? Which is great. But you have to determine what's worth your time and what isn't. Are you being codependent? Or are you being reasonable? Simply said. But you have a very keen eye for business, and peeping out business deals, and peeping out when people are bullshitting. So use that same thing in your relationships. You have the power to always find balance. Now, the thing about it is, because Saturn is always going to create some kind of something, you may be very disheveled when there isn't harmony and balance around you. You can easily tip. You can easily be imbalanced. Your scales tip very easily. So your life lesson is to stay here. So stay like in a constant like meditation. That's your life lesson. That's a challenge for you. And you have to learn how to do that by yourself before you can do that with someone else. Bow. And also, if someone in a partnership ever tries to fuck you over, business-wise, platonic-wise, anything, they're going to be in consistent partnerships. They're going to experience a lot of imbalances in their life. They're going to be in a lot of situations where they're giving more than they're receiving. That's just the karma of Saturn, because that's something that you consistently have to work on. You consistently have to work on balance. So if someone comes in your life and intentionally tries to dishevel you, Well, they're in for a rude awakening because, baby, Libra and Saturn are like this. Seventh house and Saturn are like this. So sorry for that person who tries to come into your life and ruin it, because, babes, they're in for a rude awakening. Go Saturn conjunct Sun in Sun Pisces in the 11th house. Saturn conjunct Sun in Pisces in the 11th house. So similar to the 7th house, you're going to be in a lot of situations, especially with your Saturn in Pisces, where you're going to sacrifice yourself for the betterment of people. People, i.e. friendships, organizations, this, that, and the third, especially because it's conjunct your Sun, you feel like it's your duty, right? Saturn is here to teach you and to show you that as long as you sacrifice yourself for things or organizations that would not sacrifice for you, you will be unhappy. It could take a toll on your mental health, especially with Pisces being here, because, you know, Pisces love to be the scapegoat. Saturn's always going to give you the obstacle of wanting to not be on this earth. Let's just keep it plain how it is. Saturn in Pisces is not an easy placement. Because as long as you do not assert boundaries in your life, especially with your Sun being in Pisces conjunct your Saturn, as long as you do not assert boundaries in life, you will have problems. Your energetic field will be messed up. Now, on the other hand, because boundaries is something that you intentionally have to work on, and the thing is, it's strange because Pisces, boundaries is something that Pisces have to work on in general, but because you have a Saturn influence, it makes it that much more important for you, because this is a life lesson for you. This is your blessings that are being held back, right? So you'll do anything for friends, for the betterment of an organization, for a cause, right? Which is good, but you have to have boundaries, like I said. But if you encounter people who intentionally, or organizations who undermine you, you're actually going to have a lot of, most of the time, my Saturn's in the 11th house as well. Hey, girl. Most of the times, you're going to have friends that don't do you right. You're going to have friends that use you. You're going to have friends that try to manipulate you, because it's in Pisces as well. You're going to have friends and organizations that use what they can get out of you, but don't treat you like shit. And all of them will crumble. They will crumble. The friends that have done you dirty will crumble. Now get this, just because they will crumble doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. You're only going to be happy if you assert the boundaries that Saturn is trying to force you to assert. Saturn's trying to make you see. Do you see what you did? Do you see what happened the last time and the last time and the last time and the last time and the last? Yeah, fix it. Fix it. Also, something about Saturn that people need to know, the reason why Saturn is so challenging is because Saturn is pass or fail. Oh, Alexandra, thank you for booking with me. Saturn is pass or fail. You get what I'm saying? So there's no getting a B and then Saturn's like, good job. No. It's either you do it or you don't. You take the temptation that Saturn's wiggling in front of your face, or you don't. Pass or fail, black or white. And the thing about Saturn is, after Saturn repeats the same lesson to you over and 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 over again, after a while, Saturn's like, you know what? Fuck it. You just gonna have to fall on your face. I'll be back in 7 years when you figure that out. And Saturn will leave you. Saturn will leave you. Saturn don't care. They don't care about none of that. Shoot, Saturn will leave you high and dry for years and years and years, and then come back after you done failed that lesson over and over again. Because what happens when Saturn leaves, and Saturn's like, yeah, this person obviously ain't learning their lesson. I'm sick of this shit. And Saturn leaves, that means that Saturn left you in a purgatory. Irene, damn it, Saturn. That's exactly what I should name this video. Damn it, Saturn. But Saturn will leave you, and because Saturn is Satan, right? We need both energies. We need the duality. We need both. Saturn will leave you in a purgatory, and you're gonna feel like your life is hell, because it is. You didn't learn your lesson. You keep failing, and I keep trying to show you. Matter of fact, I'm not even trying to show you anything. You intentionally see that this path that you're following isn't right, but for some reason, you just don't have the discipline to choose better. So I can't help you. I'm leaving. You're not gonna waste my time. You can waste your time since that's what you want to do. Saturn's an asshole, but I love you, Saturn. Thank you. Look, don't come for me, Saturn, please. I'm trying to help the people. Don't come for me, Saturn. But shoot, I'm trying to help you out, and you just keep intentionally just making the same mistake. So at this point, you just want to be there. So I'm gonna just leave you there in this purgatory for about 7 years, and I'm gonna come back with a bigger life lesson and see if you take the bait. Okay? Because you chose this. This your bed, now lay in it. And that's, ooh, with the Saturn retrograde, y'all. I'm telling you, research what your Saturn sign is or book a reading so I can tell you what you need to do. Because I'm telling you, Saturn is giving you so much room to create the life that you want. And whatever you do right now in this period up until October, whatever you do in this period up until October is going to be locked in. So if you made all the wrong decisions, Saturn's like, okay, that's what you chose. Now stay in it, sit in it, lay in it. That's your bed, lay in it. You get what I'm saying? Irene said the bed is on fire. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all, I'm trying to finish my makeup. I'm getting distracted. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, She said, nah, that's scary. It is scary, but it's only scary if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. But if you know, then the lesson's 20 times for you. 20 times fold for you because you know better. So do better. Saturn don't play, bro. Saturn does not play. It doesn't care. Saturn does not baby you. That's the moon. Saturn don't baby you. Saturn not trying to do none of that. Okay? Y'all, I'm looking for my highlighter. Look, let me show y'all this. If I had Saturn wake up this year, Pluto square my Saturn, conjunct Pluto. God damn. Yeah, Pluto and Saturn together, yeah, baby. You can't hide from that. There's no hiding. It just is. It just is. But I'm telling you, come October, if your money ain't right, you know why. You didn't do what you had to do. You didn't do what you had to do. Y'all, Fenty, don't play with her. Don't play with Fenty, bro. Don't play with Fenty. Do you see that? Where? Do we have any questions? Because I'm going to try to finish my makeup because, apparently I can't multitask. Isn't it? It's so freaking pretty. Like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. We should be grateful for Saturn. Because without Saturn, there'll be no such thing as a long-term relationship. Okay? There'll be no such thing as a successful business without Saturn. There'll be no such thing as a happy cry without Saturn. We wouldn't be grateful enough to have a happy cry. Your Saturn's in the 6th house in Taurus. If you want to know about the retrograde aspect, book a reading. But I will talk about your Saturn in the 6th house. So Saturn in the 6th house, not bad at all, actually. It's actually a really nice placement to have Saturn because this gives you work ethic. This gives you work ethic. Now, you're always going to be put in situations where you feel like you have to do everything, okay? And it's in Taurus, so you can be a little lazy too, but that's fine. You're going to always be put in situations where you feel like you have to do everything. And the gag is, you probably do. Saturn's going to always put you in situations that you have to work for. Simple. You aren't the type of person that can miss steps. You aren't the type of person that can be blessed and win the lottery type. Everything that you do, you're going to have to work for. The good thing about this placement is your hard work pays off. You have to have plans. Everything that you do, you have to have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, it will always fail. That's the annoying part. And for someone like me, I do not like routine. I do not like plans. You get what I'm saying? You always have to have a practical way of getting in and out of any situation. And if you do not, you will fail. Simple. If you plan, guess what? It will go according to plan, as long as you plan out every detail. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Like I said, Saturn's always a fine line. Always a fine line. Now, when I say if you plan, I'm talking about in business. I'm talking about if you plan to be a certain place in your career. You get what I'm saying? Now, the problem with this is that you feel secure in planning, right? Saturn is always going to put you in situations. I'm sorry. Saturn is always going to put you in situations where things do not go according to plan. Saturn is always going to put a monkey wrench in your plans. And guess what you got to do now? Create another plan. It's good though. That's your life lesson. It will happen forever. You're going to get so used to things not going according to plan and you having to rewrite and revisit and ooh, my head. Ooh, not my head, my lashes. And redo these plans. With Saturn in the 6th house, you are going to have to always be on your P's and Q's and be ready. Have a plan B, have a plan C. Always be ready. Also with Saturn in the 6th house, it's the worst time. I hate it when I'm finally deciding to put mascara on and now my eyes want to do this. But with Saturn in the 6th house, you also run the risk of being very neurotic. Your mind is is your kryptonite. You can be an overthinker. Saturn is going to put you in these. The reason why Saturn always puts monkey wrenches in your plan is to test how strong you are mentally. Does it throw you off? Do you go topsy-turvy, Saturn 6th house, when things don't go according to plan? Does it with your mental health? Saturn is trying to teach you how to be a stronger person mentally. Because here, you can go crazy. You get what I'm saying? So Saturn is basically teaching you that it's not the end of the world when things don't go into plan, even though you should always have a plan. Saturn's teaching you it's not the end of the world. And Saturn is building that muscle of your brain so that you know that you always have the capacity to get out of these situations. Basically, it's not the end of the world. You get what I'm saying? So earlier in life, you could have experienced a lot of mental breakdowns. Like, I don't know, say if you were going to prom and your hair didn't turn out right. Like, basically, as a younger person, you know, because Saturn has to mature with age. So basically, as a younger person, you could have just been in a lot of situations where things just did not go your way. And it really took a toll on you. But now, you're used to things not going your way. But you're also a planner. You get what I'm saying? So work on your mind, mental health. Also, with it being in Taurus, you have to make sure that your money does not affect your mental health as much as it does. Saturn will hold your money back from you and hold possessions back from you and some of the material things that you want if it feels like you will not be mentally okay without it. Saturn's going to make you be mentally strong, whether you living out on the street or living in a mansion. Saturn does not care. It does not care. You going to learn the lesson one way or another. You going to learn today. You is gonna learn today. Hey, yeah. How long is this video? Oh, it's 44 minutes. Okay. I wanted to finish my makeup while I was on here, but obviously I'm taking too long. And I want y'all to be able to watch these videos back to back. In the beginning of the video, I was saying that I'm going to do my videos like this because it's been a real challenge for me to, you know, record and make these videos for you guys, whether it be I don't have the supplies, I don't have the storage, I don't have this, that, and the third. You know, my Saturn's in Taurus, so blah, 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 blah. You know, Saturn tests me in those ways. Saturn's like, okay, so if you don't have this, and this, what you gonna do? You just gonna stop? Oh, you gonna stop? All right, then. Let me just hold these blessings back there. You get what I'm saying? Saturn be trying everybody. You get what I'm saying? But it's for a reason. It's to build character. All right? To finish what you said you was gonna do. All right? So, thank y'all so much. I love the love in the comments. I love that y'all are speaking to each other, and I love the feedback. So I actually really like going live. I'll do more of these very, very soon. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, the link is in my bio if you want to book a reading on how Saturn retrograde will will affect your life. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, Alexandra. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, girl. Mwah. Wait. Okay, wait. How do I end?